Gordon West for the National Executive is proposing. No, even got a bit of paper or nothing. That's what I like to see.
I formally seconded. You don't want to hear me all the time. I'm going to move motion F. I'd like to start, Gordon West 14, Aberdeenshire, apologies. I'd like to start by agreeing, if we could, a couple of foundational facts before we discuss this motion. The first fact is that the single most important resource we have in Scottish education for delivering education is the teaching workforce. That's the first foundational fact. Second key fact is the fact we don't have a big enough educational workforce. We need more teachers. That's a fact. So you would think that these two facts would have some bearing on the rest of the motion, should I say. The motion speaks about two aspects, parental leave, and it speaks about flexible working. Parental leave is covered in the SNCT handbook. 7.7 gives you the arrangements, various rules, how many weeks you're entitled to, how many blocks, etc. Flexible working is interesting because you can check different councils have different arrangements for flexible working. What I found particularly interesting, however, what happens in the case of parental leave if what you require isn't quite covered by the arrangements as currently laid out? And bear in mind that even as set out in the handbook, it's possible you could request it and they may postpone it for up to 6 months. What happens if it doesn't suit you? In the case of flexible working, I noticed that some of the policies that were on the website spoke about things like, if I paraphrase rather than quote, as teaching is a frontline service, it may be very difficult to grant teachers flexible working, or things to that effect. So how does this all sit together? We have the workforce is the most important thing as part of the educational system. We have a shortage of teachers. You would think the employers would be doing their utmost to be flexible, to retain the teachers they have in a way that works, and to make it easier for other teachers to come into the profession on a more flexible basis, perhaps. But yet no. What we have is short-termism, where they say in the short run, it would be difficult to grant you that request. So the answer is no, even though the consequence of that might be a teacher decides to give up their job because family commitments come first, for example. Or how about those teachers who would like to come back to the teaching profession, but for example, they may have childcare or other care arrangements that mean they couldn't come to work till, say, 9:30. 10 seconds? They couldn't come to work till 9:30. Is there no way we can be flexible to get them in when we have shortages? I urge you to support this motion. Thank you.
We've got a seconder for that motion. Andy Sinclair. Any contributions for the floor? None? Move to the vote. All those in favour? Against? Any abstentions? Absenteeism, I was going to say that. Any abstentions? None. Carried unanimously.